There's so much awesome stuff in here. I've got a problem. I love medical supplies. And today we're going to be talking about a first aid kit to take backpacking, hiking, or hunting with you that will serve your needs and lighten your load. Let's get to it. Hey folks, welcome to another video. My name is Jeremy, and this channel is all about outdoor adventure. We're talking hiking, backpacking, hunting, and awesome gear. If you're into any of that, please consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss a thing. So like I said, I've got a problem. I am a gear geek for medical supplies. I blame it on the fact that I volunteered as an EMT all through college and even afterwards. I went a step further and got my wilderness EMT module, which essentially taught me a lot about how to use medical supplies and improvisation to deal with backcountry emergencies. So in this video, we're going to talk about what I look for in a first aid kit. And some of the things might surprise you. We're going to then build a first aid kit and look at a commercial option. Stick around to the end and I'll tell you how you can win either the kit that we build or the kit that I purchased just for demo purposes for this video. Let's get started. So what I'm looking for in a med kit is something that would cover the 80-20 rule. I want a med kit that will allow me to treat 80% of the injuries that I'm likely to encounter on a day-to-day basis, especially out in the backcountry. So with that, I'm talking muscle aches, pains, and strains, blisters, light burns, small cuts and lacerations and abrasions, bee stings and other insect bites and stuff. Those types of things that you can encounter every day and are relatively minor in and of themselves. What you're likely not going to see are gunshot wounds, animal attacks, snake bites. Snake bites is a big one. FYI, most snake bites happen because people try to pick up the snake. Don't pick up snakes. And looking at this med kit, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just packed way too much. We don't need all of this stuff. But I mean, come on. Who doesn't love combat gauze and a chest seal? But the problem is, I'm not going to need this in the backcountry. And if I do, things have gone so pear-shaped that it probably doesn't matter, unfortunately. And going along with that, you can have the most well-stocked med kit in the world, and it will only be as useful as your level of training. If you don't know how to use combat gauze or a chest seal or a wire splint, it doesn't matter. It's just added weight to your pack at that point. So consideration that I take when building a med kit is how long I'm going to need it. This med kit is going to be geared towards about a 14-day trip. And I think that fits about 80 to 90% of trips that people take. Even if you're a thru hiker, you'll rarely go 10 days without hitting a resupply point, at which point you can resupply your med kit. So therefore you don't have to carry nearly as much. And even at that, if you really have to dive into your med kit, you're really looking to get off trail into medical help. That's really what my medical system, my medical kit is designed to do, to allow me to get to the appropriate medical care that I need for the given situation. So with that said, let's build a kit that I would take with me, and I'll give you a chance to take it with you. So the med kit that we're going to build, you can think of it as kits within kits. So there's 4 kits that we're going to build here. The first one is a Backcountry Pharmacy kit, or a Backcountry medicine kit. And that's going to be comprised of some Benadryl. This is probably way too much Benadryl. Some acetaminophen. So this is Tylenol. Nope, this is antihistamine. I just didn't read the packaging. That's why I label things. So antihistamine. This is usually a 24-hour antihistamine like Zyrtec or Allertec or something like that. Vitamin I, also known as ibuprofen. I would probably normally have about 10 to 14 day supply of that. Always good to have. Great for inflammation. If you don't like ibuprofen, you can also look at Aleve. You just want some sort of NSAID, a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug. Aspirin, I don't normally take it very often, but it's nice to have for headaches and such. Same with Tylenol. I'm going to carry a couple of doses of Tylenol. This is 1 to 2 doses here. For a 10-day kit, we'll probably increase that just slightly, so another 2 to 4 pills. And lastly, an anti-diarrheal, so Imodium or likewise. I would only carry about 2 to 3 doses, maybe up to 4 doses. So that is our Backcountry Pharmacy. The next kit is Blister Care, and it's usually pretty simple. For blisters, I bring some moleskin, and this is a thicker one that's not already pre-cut. I like the option of cutting the donuts myself. That way I can size them appropriately. Along with moleskin, you're going to need some form of tape. I have a good amount of duct tape already on my trekking poles, so I'm not going to have that in my first aid kit. So I would reach for duct tape first. Some other people may prefer Leukotape or Kinesio tape, both of which are excellent options for keeping this on your heels or wherever you have a hot spot. So that's the blister kit. Next thing is wound care. So for wound cleaning, I'll throw in 2 antiseptic towelettes, 2 alcohol preps, and 2 iodine prep pads. I'll also throw in 2 triple antibiotic ointment packets. The next bit of wound care is obviously closures, dressings, and bandages. Now for closures, my go-to is Steri-Strip. I love Steri-Strips for wound closure. So these are like cloth sutures backed with glue. Next for dressings, we're gonna have some sterile gauze pads. We're gonna throw in 1 3x3 gauze and 2 2x2 gauze. And for bandages, we're gonna have an assortment of bandages. Basically have 1 knuckle bandage, 1 H-shaped bandage, which is good for fingers. I love these for a heel. I'm gonna carry 2 just normal strip bandages. And then my favorite types of bandages are these NextCare waterproof seals. These stay on forever, in my opinion. You have to peel them off, and I just love these. So I carry an assortment of 4 sizes, and that's that. So that is the wound care kit here. So the last kit, number 4, is tools. My primary tool is this basic Swiss Army knife that you can pick up at practically any sporting goods store. I think I got this at Cabela's for less than $20. It comes with a nail file with a little screwdriver, a small little blade, and probably the best part about it is just tiny scissors that are great for anything. You can cut the gauze, you can cut the moleskin. So the scissors are absolutely invaluable. For stinging insects, we've got the little tweezers, and more of a personal hygiene thing, but it comes with a toothpick, which is fantastic because I always get something stuck between my teeth when I'm eating, and it's just good to be able to get that out. So for the weight, this guy comes in at just over ½ ounce. I think it's about 0.7 ounces, and just absolutely great to throw in the first aid kit. So this normally just stays in my first aid kit. Other tools, I'll carry 2 larger safety pins. This is great for gear repair as well as blisters. If you need to pop a blister, it's a controversial topic. It's always worked for me in the past. Some people do it, some people don't. That's completely up to you. Again, this kit is more geared toward me. You make accommodations for where you need to. But you can never go wrong with the safety pin because they just have a ton of different uses. Coming from a medical background, I'll always carry a pair of nitrile gloves. And that's it. This is the kit. This is what I would do. In terms of actually taking this into the backcountry, I'm going to take my pharmacy. I'm going to put them in this just little bag. You can get these on Amazon for cheap. If you're buying computer electronic parts, you probably have these. Little Ziploc sandwich bags also work work out really well. So I'm going to put my Backcountry Pharmacy in here. This does two things. This double waterproofs this. So these are already sealed and waterproof. Throwing them in here just gives me a little added protection, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the added minimal weight that provides. And I want to do the same thing with everything else in here. So now we have our wound kit in here as well. I'll put the rest of the wound care kit in there. That way it's all contained in one bag, just for convenience. And if I want to save as much weight as possible, I'm going to reach for just a slightly larger bag. So now I get a double waterproof seal on everything and a triple waterproof seal on my Backcountry Pharmacy. We'll put my toolkit in here, my first aid toolkit, as well as the personal protection. And that does it for this kit. Let's see what we have for a weight. So this kit comes in at 2.8 pounds. 2.8 pounds? That is not right. This kit comes in at 2.8 ounces, which is phenomenal. I would consider this an easy 10 to 14 day kit, at least for me. Your circumstances may vary. Special circumstances might be if you have a bee allergy or allergic to other insects. Something that I wouldn't mind throwing in here just to have is an EpiPen or the generic version thereof. But again, first aid kits are pretty personal. Personalize it to your needs. This fits my needs very, very nicely. So at 2.8 ounces, I'm loving this kit. If you don't want to build a kit, what can you do? Are there any good, I don't know why I'm playing with this. If you don't want to build a kit, are there any good off-the-shelf alternatives? To test that, I went to Cabela's today and picked up this Ultralight Watertight Medical Kit 0.5 from Adventure Medical Kits. So let's see what's inside this and see how it stacks up with the 4 mini kits that comprise the med kit that we just built. All right, so let's quickly go through this. This actually looks pretty good. I can see here that we have our outdoor pharmacy with anti-diarrheals, some ibuprofen, you gotta love that vitamin I, aspirin, well, and even has an afterbite. So we're right on track with our outdoor pharmacy. Blister Care, they're doing the same thing. So we have moleskin. Moleskin here is a little bit thinner, but this is also the pre-cut out, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know what? It's coming with moleskin. I'm not gonna ding them for that. And then comes with a small roll of tape. Again, I would probably prefer the duct tape or Leuco tape to medical tape, but this is in here and it's not bad. Moving on to wound care. Looks like we have a fairly robust wound cleaning kit here. So we have a little vial of benzene tincture, which is great for wound cleaning and also helps make the skin tacky so that bandages stick to it a lot easier. So alcohol preps, iodine preps, there's an antiseptic wipe in here. A few more prep pads than what we put in the other kit, which, you know, that's fine. To each their own. Closures, bandages, and dressings. For closures, we have 2 butterfly bandages. Definitely work in a pinch. I prefer steri strips over butterfly bandages, but these are good. Have plenty of gauze, you know, ranging in size from 3x4, so 1 3x4, 2 3x3s, and 2 2x2s. So a little bit more gauze than what we have in the kit that we created. This kit comes with 5 strip bandages, whereas we included 2, and it comes with 3 of the H bandages, which I really like. It also has a little roll of gauze, which I think is probably a little overkill for the backcountry, but you know, it's in the kit. On the tool side, a little vial with some heavier duty tweezers. You can't go wrong with those. And a safety pin. I mean, all in all, this is not a terrible kit. When all is said and done and you pack it away, you are at least in a waterproof bag within another waterproof or water resistant bag, which is really nice. So your first aid kit is going to stay dry. So this kit comes in at 3.9 ounces. And honestly, for a commercial kit, I'm fairly impressed with this. If you don't want to build your own first aid kit, if you don't want to personalize it at all, and you don't geek out about medical gear the way I do, and you just want something that's going to be fine and work, and you don't want to have to put a lot of thought into it, spend the 20 bucks, go out and buy this. I'll drop a link down below. This is a pretty decent kit for the price. Under 20 bucks, under 4 ounces. That's pretty good. Now moving in, whether you build a kit or you buy one, you have to consider maintenance. So both of these have things that expire. So the alcohol prep pads expire, the medicine certainly expires. You need to be aware of that. You can't just throw these in a pack, let them sit for 5 years and expect them to still work and function as the day you bought them. Set a reminder for daylight savings time. Whenever you change your clocks, change your meds. Barring that, if you just do it at the beginning of the season, you're also going to be good to go. But remember to maintain your packs. And again, I can't stress enough, do yourself a favor and get some training. Whether it's a basic first aid course from the Red Cross or a wilderness first responder course from Knowles or something similar, your kit is only going to be as good as your training. So again, these kits cover 80% of the injuries that you're likely to see out in the backcountry. So for those 20% rare emergencies, snake bites, gunshot wounds, animal attacks, where you need to get off the trail as quickly as possible, this is your ticket out. A satellite communicator with the ability to send text messages and an SOS is absolutely invaluable out in the backcountry. So if you're going solo, this and this, these are your lifelines. Carry them. So that about wraps it up for this video, except for the giveaway. I would like to give away either this commercial kit or the one that we just built, complete with the Swiss Army knife. And how you can win is by answering this question of the day down in the comments. What is your must-have item or piece of gear that would have to go in either of these first aid kits? Enter in the comments below for your chance to win one of these. And as soon as this video gets to 100 likes, I'll randomly select a winner from the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful and or encouraging, please share it with a friend, give it a thumbs up, especially for your chance to win. And if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click that bell so you don't miss a thing. Until next time, Psalms 34:4.